Doc, what is depression?
I can talk about both depression and anxiety because they're sort of a spectrum. But depression, if you want to look at it, depression and anxiety are two normal human emotions. We all feel, sad at times, and we all feel anxious or worried at times. So with depression, what I generally explain to my patients is that we all know that life has ups and downs, just like a wave. Life has ups and downs. Gubby cushy, gubby gum, like the iconic Bollywood movie. So what depression is, very simply, is when you are stuck in that down and you can't see an up. And as I mentioned before, that basically means that you can't function from a day-to-day point of view because you are overwhelmed with those feelings of sadness and hopelessness, to the extent that it can actually affect your physical functioning, whether it's, you'll have, tiredness, loss of motivation, possibly loss of appetite, you will have a sleep disturbance, you may even suffer from constipation. These are all sort of things that physical manifestations of your low mood. So just like life is colourful with its ups and downs, if you can imagine that you're only on that down, it's just like your life is flatlined, and you need to come into the doctor so that we can get that line going up and down again. Coming to the doctor is not going to take away the fact that you will have downs. We're not going to put you on a happy pill and take away the ups and downs of life. There is no such thing. But what we are going to try and help you do is get back on track where you can sort of see that you are back on that, productive and meaningful life. Because the worst thing possible is when you're not productive, when you're just basically in a state where your mental state doesn't allow you to do anything. So that's sort of depression in a nutshell. With anxiety, what happens is that you have these overwhelming, feelings of, fear and anxiousness. And so for some people, they even get panic attacks. Now, anxiety happens basically when people generally spend all their time thinking about something that happened in the past or worrying about something that happened in the future. And very little of the time is actually spent in the present moment. Now, the important thing to understand with anxiety is that it can make you feel terrible. It can make you feel like you're about to die. That's when people have a panic attack, they think, oh my God, I've got chest pain and I can't breathe properly and my, extremities are all tingly. And all of those symptoms are basically caused by over-breathing or by hyperventilation. Without knowing it, we, start breathing rapidly and in a shallow way. And by doing that, what happens is we change the oxygen carbon dioxide balance in our blood. And that drop in that carbon dioxide balance in your blood basically causes you to have these feelings. So that's a very key thing to understand, because you yourself, if you learn slow breathing, which I will talk about, are able to control those feelings of intense anxiety. So that's always something that I go through with the patients, because it often overlaps. So if somebody is to come in and complain of, either depression or anxiety, I would first of all congratulate that person for coming in to see me, because I think that's a great job. You're already there in terms of getting better, because you've done the most difficult thing. You've come in and you've admitted that you've got a problem, and that now we're going to do something about it. It's extremely important. I mean, I can't state enough how important that step is, and I would encourage everybody to please, please, please don't suffer in silence, because this is something that is so fixable, that I would encourage you to please, go and don't be afraid. I mean, we don't look that scary.
Yeah. You
can come in and sit.
You heard what the doctor said.